my voice is clear for all of you. Can you please confirm me? Online, are you able to hear my voice? Is it clear for all of you? Can you confirm on chat? Okay. So in the last session, we have ended with the concept of which concept? Meta arguments, right? So in today's session, I'm gonna teach you the concept of providers. Which one? So basically, like what is a provider and like why we need to use it, let's discuss. Okay. So I'm gonna delete the server. See, this is the manual server what I created. Okay. So in the last session I created it then. So I'm gonna talk it as manual. I'm not going to delete this one. Why? Because with the help of Terraform, I'm gonna show you how to manage this. Okay. So click on running servers. Let's connect. So whenever we write the code in main.tf, what will happen generally? No. First of all, we are going to run the Terraform init. When you run Terraform init, what will happen? Provider plugins will download. Okay. So coming to this particular concept called providers, Terraform will support lot of providers, sir. How many providers? A lot. So it's not like one or two. Okay. So Terraform will be supporting lot of plugins. So in today's session, like I'm gonna teach you like what is a provider and how many type of providers we are going to work with in the Terraform. Okay. So let's go and see. So here I am doing it now. Yep. So here I am starting the providers now. So basically Terraform will support with thousands of providers. It's not hundreds, it is on thousands of providers, sir. See, if I want to create any resource in Terraform, the first thing I want is providers. Let's say I want to create a server on GCP. I need a Google Cloud Provider plugins. I want to create a resource on Azure. I need to have Azure Provider plugins. No, sir, I want to create a resource on Docker. For example, let's say you know Docker. With the help of Terraform, we can create Docker containers. We can create Kubernetes pods. We can create GitHub repositories. Everything you can create. But to create any resource in Terraform, you need to have the plugins. What we need to have? Which concept will give the plugins? Providers will give the plugins. What will give? Providers. Terraform will support thousands of providers in real time, but among them, we are not going to use some of the specific providers which is maintaining by Terraform. That means basically these are the providers. Official means it is going to maintain by Terraform. Partnered means Terraform as well as that organization both combinedly maintain the plugins. Third one will be community. These kind of plugins are going to maintain by the individual. That means, for example, if you want to if you want to create a provider, you can create a provider and you can write your own plugins. That is up to your responsibilities. But in real time, community is not preferable. Why? Because Community providers are like, if I have interest, I write the provider plugin. After that, sometime if I lost interest, I won't maintain that. Whenever I won't maintain that, what will happen? Provider is not going to work sometimes. In that case, how to fix it? We cannot fix. Why? Because you write the provider. Can I fix the provider? I don't have code, right? So we always go with either official providers, which is maintaining by Terraform, provider, which is going to maintain by Terraform in that particular organization. And finally, community. Which one is better to avoid here? Community, correct. So if I go to the Google and if I show you something like this, you'll be getting the clarity. Type Terraform providers. If you see this, sir, how many total providers are there? 4066. It is not fixed. Next week you will get 5,000. Next year you can get 6,000. It is not fixed. It's gonna keep changing every time. How many types of providers I'm having here? Go ahead and see. Official, partnered, community. So if I go back and type Terraform provider types, okay, so you can go ahead and see this one. In this documentation, you can go ahead and see. Official means this is official provider which is owned and maintained by HashiCorp. That means Terraform will completely take care of it. Okay, so we don't do anything. Second one is partnered. Which one? Partnered means these providers are written and maintained and validated and published by third-party companies through their own APIs. That means, for example, if I put a company, I put my own company, I want to collaborate with Terraform, I write my plugin and I need to maintain. That company people will write as well as HashiCorp will maintain. Okay. Third one is community. Community is nothing but maintaining individual. Okay, any individual person can able to maintain. So this is only three. Official by HashiCorp, partnered by third-party company as well as Terraform together, and community is by individuals. Correct. So this is the same thing. Okay, fine. So here I can write written and maintained by. I can write like this. Third party. So I can remove this now completely. It's better to read now. Okay. So like that. So let's say I want to create a GitHub repo from Terraform. Can we create? Means of course we can create. Of course we can create. Let me show you how to create. So let me connect to my server. See Terraform. So go to the main.tf. So the best part is here, sir. Here, if you don't know how to write the code, nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. Just remove the code. For example, you want to integrate GitHub to Terraform. That means from Terraform, I want to create GitHub repository. Simply go to the browser and type like this. How exactly I am typing? Terraform code for GitHub provider. Okay, GitHub provider. That's it. Now automatically what will happen? Here you will be getting the code or not, sir? Are you getting the code? Simply copy the code and paste it on your console. So if you can go and see, automatically this is going to work. Here by default I have given the code, so nothing to worry. Are you seeing the code here? So this code I am using to create the repository. Very simple code to understand. See, first of all, provider. What is the provider here? GitHub. Token means we need to go and give the GitHub token. Just like we give access key and secret key to communicate with AWS console, here also we are going to give GitHub token. Go and generate a token very quickly. I think all of you know how to generate token, right? So if I go to GitHub, I think I'm on DevOps Berham account. Let me go ahead and check. Like you can select any account. So I'm selecting DevOps Berham. Settings, developer settings, personal access token, classic. So I'm gonna give deal later. Okay. Remember, select the repo. But remember, here I'm gonna select one more feature called delete repo. Why? Because if I don't select this one, this token will don't have the permission to delete the repository. So ultimately it is going to fail. I'm gonna show you without enabling this option. If I don't enable the option, see what will happen. First of all, here I'm generating the token just to go and give the token. After that, resource, what I'm creating? GitHub repo. Name will be example repository. Okay, so name I'm taking example repository. Description, this is a example repository created with. I'm just giving some normal context only without anything. So what is the first thing you're gonna do? Terraform init. Remember, I'm telling a golden point. Whenever if you write a new provider in your configuration file, definitely you are going to run the Terraform. If you don't run Terraform init, your provider plugins is not going to download. If your provider plugins are not downloading, I cannot create the resource. See, for example, without init, if I go for plan, see what will happen. You are going to get an error. What is happening here? Inconsistency dependency log file. Why you are getting means in the configuration I put GitHub provider. The GitHub provider plugins? No. Now go and give the command terraform init. Automatically GitHub provider plugins will come. Are you seeing GitHub provider plugins are coming? What is the GitHub provider plugin version 6 point? And it is signed by HashiCorp. That means who is maintaining this one? HashiCorp. Next, give Terraform plan. After giving plan, directly you can give Terraform apply. Within 1 second, your GitHub repo will create, 1 or 2 seconds max. Is your repository got created? Now if I go here, okay, and if I check this one, your repositories. Are you getting the example repo here? This repository got just now created. So now what I'll be doing now, directly I'm gonna delete the repository. Why? Because I don't want this anymore. So in that case, what you can do instead of Terraform apply, you can put Terraform destroy. Terraform destroy is going to delete the resource, already you know. But the repository will not delete. Why? Because we don't have the permission to delete the repository. Are you seeing this one? You have seen 403 must have admin rights for the repository. What kind of rights you need to have? But for our repository, we haven't given admin rights. So in that case, what I can do? Go back to the repository. Now I need to modify the permission for the token. So how do you modify the permission token? So select the token. Go here and give the delete repository. What I'm giving? Or you can give complete admin access, or you can give delete repo also. I'm giving the delete repo. Update the token. Now just go and delete this one. Is it destroyed or not, sir? Now tell me, with the help of Terraform, how I can be able to create the GitHub repository from the providers only. From the, how many type of providers we are having? 3. What are those? Official, partner, community. Now I'll show you one more kind of provider also. Let's go and see. Sir, with the help of Terraform, I want to create a local file. So in that case, I need to write the local provider plugin. So just to go for main.tf. Guys, every time file name should not be main.tf. You can put whatever you want. It's completely up to your choice. If you want me to show, like I'm gonna remove main.tf and I'm gonna put abc.tf. Okay. So here, provider. What is the provider here? Local. Which one? I'm working with local resource, so I'm using local provider. Okay. After that resource, I am creating local file here. What I'm creating? Local file with the block name ABC, or like you can give Raham here. It's completely fine. Block name is user defined. So next, file name. File name is equal to, for example, let's take a index.html. Index dot and give content. What is the content I want to give? This is my file 1, for example. Now just to go and give. So again, I will put the new provider here. For every new provider, what you need to give? Terraform. Correct. Terraform init. Now if we go and see which provider plugins are downloading here. Local. So now Terraform directly plan and apply you can give. I'm giving apply directly. Now you can see abc.txt. But here you are getting index.html has not been declared on the root module. Why it is coming like this? Let me tell you. In the configuration file, the file name I need to define as string format. Which format? String means what? In double quotes. Whatever you put on the double quotes, that will come come as string actual. Okay. Is it created now? If you don't give double quotes, it is not gonna take as a file name. Okay. So now if I give ll, are you seeing index.html and a cat index.html? Are you seeing the content also, sir? So if I want to delete, simply what I can go Terraform destroy. So in this case, automatically my file got deleted. See, with the help of Terraform, you can do whatever you want. But the only thing is you need to have the plugins. What you need to have? Which concept will give plugins for us? Providers. Correct. So if we go and browse the official documentation of Terraform, just to go and give Terraform providers, type like this, go to the providers. So here you are seeing lot of providers, but not every provider is going to be official provider. If I untick both of them, these are only official providers. Out of 4,000 providers, how many providers are official? 34. Totally we are having 4,000 plus providers, but only official are 34. And how many providers are partnered here? Just go and check. 361. So your Alibaba Cloud, Oracle, as well as like ACI, and you can scroll here. There are Artifact. JFrog is one of the community, and Azure DevOps is one of the community. So these are the things actually. And finally, if I go for official, in official you can see most of the cloud providers like AWS, GCP, and Azure. Are you seeing the official is AWS, GCP, Azure, and Kubernetes? Like this. And finally, community providers. In examination, you will get a question. Terraform community plugins will not download when you run Terraform init. True or false? Answer is false. Every provider is going to download when you run Terraform init command. It might be official, it might be partner, it might be. If you run Terraform init, every provider plugins will be downloaded. It is option will be false there. Okay. And one more thing. By default, all the provider plugins are going to surround Terraform local. Is it correct? Here, how many provider plugins I'm having totally? 4,000 provider plugins. How many? 4,400. Are these 4,400 comes to my local? No, it is also one of the important question. Sir, I want to check how many providers that my Terraform is maintaining now. Simply what you can do, type Terraform providers. So if I go Terraform providers, it is official website link. But what is my requirement? I want to check how many providers I'm maintaining in my local. So just to give ll.terraform, already we discussed. Every provider plugin is going to surround .terraform folder. In terraform, go for providers section. Okay, go to register.terraform.io. Go to HashiCorp. How many providers I'm maintaining now? 3. AWS provider I'm maintaining. GitHub provider I'm maintaining. Local. So where the provider plugins are going to store by default in your Terraform? The answer is .terraform folder. Which folder? Very, very important question for the exam. Damn sure question without any doubt. That's it. Okay. So here also I'm writing this one. Every provider plugins will store on .terraform folder. Okay, remember. And all existing providers will not store locally by default. If we download them, then only plugins will store locally. Is the point clear for all of you now? Online, is the concept of providers clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in chat box now? Online, is the provider concept clear for all of you? Can you please confirm? Okay, fine. So next year I'm going to teach you about the concept of version constants. Which one? So version constants are going to be very, very important. So let me go and teach you what is a version constant. See, by default, if I go and see, sir, by default, if I go and see, let's say, if I run Terraform init command, see what will happen. Currently, my local provider version is 2.51. Use Terraform get command. Okay, I don't have anything to get. Wait. There is a file called .terraform.log.hcl. Let me show that file. If I give ls-al, are you seeing .terraform.log.hcl? Open the file. In this file, you can see what is the current version of my local provider plugin. 2.51. I can change it. But I can change it. That is called as version constant. First of all, why we need to change any provider version in Terraform? Let me explain you very clearly. So listen, it is going to be very, very important concept for the experienced people mostly. So listen. Sir, currently, let's take, I am writing version 1.0 plugin in the current version. After 6 months, what I'll do, I'll update the plugins. Whenever I update the plugins, old code will not work, new code will work. What will not work? For example, let's take your mobile as the example. In your mobile, while they give the mobile to you, you have the operating system of version 1.0. At that time, every application will work. But when the new application comes to your mobile, you need to download the new operating system version or not, sir? Why do you need to download? If you don't download, some of the features will not work with the latest version. Here also what will be happening, if I open the paint here, see. AWS will create a EC2 server. For this server, Terraform will write some code. Okay, it is a EC2 server, and for this I write up some Terraform code actually. Okay. In the initial version 1.0, my Terraform will write only 10 lines of code, sir. For example, let's take how many lines of code? But when the EC2 is releasing the new version, I mean, for every 6 months, AWS console is going to change. Whenever the new features and new UI come to the AWS EC2, now in Terraform, we are going to write 20 lines of code. Why? Because I have new features, correct or not? So if I want to get the new features, ultimately I need to write the new code. Now let's say what is going to happen here, Sir, for the version 1, you download the plugins. What you download? This version 1 plugin will work with version 1 code only. In version 2, you are going to write the new code or not, sir? So for the new code, the plugins are not going to support for you. In that case, you need to update the plugins also. So it is version 1 plugin here, let's say. And now I want here version 2 plugins. So this is the point number 1. Again, I am telling, let's take in the left side, you are seeing your EC2 instance. 1 year ago, AWS has launched the EC2 with the basic features. At that time, I download the version 1 plugins and I'm writing 10 lines of code for my EC2. But after next year, what is happening, AWS is introducing some new feature to EC2. Whenever you got new features, you need to write the new code or not, sir? Now this time it will take 20 lines of code. This time what will happen, for these new lines of code, old plugins are not going to be supportable. So in that case, you are going to download the new version of plugin. That is the reason, first of all, why we need to update the plugins. For every new feature in AWS, we need to give the new provider plugins. Okay. But here, by default, Terraform will download the latest provider plugins only. By default, Terraform will download the latest provider plugins. Currently, if I go and see, for my AWS, what is the latest version here? 5. 6.10. So by default, I'll get the latest provider plugin 5.610. Okay. But after 6 months or after 1 month or after 2 months, 5.61 is going to become 5.62. After that, it is going to become 5.63. For each and every 2 weeks, it is going to keep change. Then in that case, how do you update the existing plugins? With the help of the code call here. Are you seeing use provider? Are you seeing the copy code? Simply what you are going to do, copy the code here. If I copy the code, vim abc.tf. Now I don't want this code here, just remove this one. If I paste it here, now with the Terraform, I'm using required providers. I'm downloading the AWS providers from the HashiCorp AWS. What is the version here? Let's say intentionally I'm downloading the old provider plugins intentionally. Why? Because I want to show you how to update, right? Let's say I'm downloading 5.60. Now use the command Terraform init. Now what is the provider plugins you are downloading? 5. Let's say 5.60 is the latest version in this week. But in the upcoming week, you came to know that 5.61 is coming. In that case, what you are going to do simply, vim, go for abc.tf. Here, instead of 5.60, I need to put 5.61. But before I run Terraform update, let me show you the file one more time. cat.terraform.log.hcl. What is the current version here I'm having? 60. What I'll be doing, whenever if I run Terraform init -upgrade, what I need to write? If I don't write upgrade, my provider will not upgrade. Currently 5.60. I'm going for 5.61. That means I'm upgrading or not, sir? If I run without the upgrade, see what will happen. What you are getting? Arey man, already in your local, you are having 5.60. But in the Terraform configuration file, what you want here? 5. That means here locally you have 5.60 and here you want 5.61. So while installing, give the command upgrade. What you want to give? Upgrade. Or otherwise Terraform will not download the latest provider plugin. See here. If you go and see again in cat terraform.log.hcl. See, remember it is the file which is going to store the complete provider's information. Okay. Which version of provider is there now? 5.61. So remember, when you are changing the version in Terraform, you need to provide Terraform init upgrade. What you are going to provide? If you don't use Terraform init upgrade, if you use Terraform init, are you going to get the error or not, sir? Important question from the exam point of view. Same scenario they will give. Okay, like that. Online is the concept of Terraform init clear for all of like how to update the existing plugins? Can you please confirm me? Online, I'm not getting any response from your end. Like, I'm not sure whether you are listening to the class or not. I'm getting response from only 1 or 2 people. Okay. So now with the help of versions, we can do constants also. Let me go and show vim abc.tf. For example, if I put a less than 5.6, less than 5.6 means anything will come less than 5.61. See, I'm using Terraform init upgrade now. Whenever you are changing Terraform provider, you need to definitely give upgrade only. Okay. Sir, instead of 5.61, I'm getting 5.60 or not, sir? Why? Because 5.60 is less than 5.61. For example, if I go to the abc.tf again, and if I put greater than, what if I put? Now what will happen? See, sir, already 5.61 is the latest one. It is telling that, arey man, failure to query the provider plugins. Already you are using 5.61, which is latest one. If you try to give greater than 5.6, Terraform is not having the provider plugins. So I cannot fetch it. Is the concept clear now? You can provide less than, greater than. And one more thing you can do is, you can use a tilde symbol. Which symbol? Like this. It is just above the, sorry, below the tab. Okay. Use tilde and cap symbol. Now this indicate like this. Wait. If I give like this, it can be any version from 5. It can be 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5. Now see, again run Terraform init upgrade. I'm using tilde symbol. Which one? Which version I'm getting? 5.0. So whenever if you are using tilde symbol, it can start from 5.0.0 to 5.6.0. In between any version it will come, sir. But in real time, what we do is we will download the exact version what we want. That means less than, greater than we don't give. But if you have a requirement, then you can go and give it. So again, this is also one of the important concept for the Terraform. Tilde symbol is going to play a lot of concept in the Terraform examination. Okay. Fine. So by this we can conclude the version constants. Of course, I shown you how to download the single provider plugins, but if you want to download multiple provider plugin, add some other block like this. For example, let's say, sir, I want to download the Azure provider also. Which provider you want? So simply go here, click on Azure, click on use provider. Are you seeing the code here? Now what you're gonna do is simply copy this code here. Okay. VIM abc.tf. Now again, we need to give the command called Terraform init upgrade. What is happening here? The required providers were previously configured. That means, sir, in the abc.tf, how many providers I'm trying to upgrade here? It won't take. You need to give one at a time. Here I'm giving Azure only now. What I'm giving? Now try to run Terraform init upgrade. Is it working or not, sir? So in a single file, you can be able to configure one required providers of Terraform. You cannot configure the multiple blocks. There is a clear difference. Let me tell you. In a single file, I can configure multiple providers block. But in a single file, I can't configure the multiple required providers block. That means, let me tell you, VIM abc.tf. Here in this single file, I can be able to write like this: resource, AWS, instance with label name 1. Just I'm writing some random stuff for you. Okay. And I can write resource, GitHub. Okay. I can write like this, and I can write resource, local file. Tell me how many providers I'm having? Multiple providers. So in real time, this question will come in the exam again. Okay. Can Terraform support multiple configuration from multiple providers? Yes, it will support. In a single file, we can write the multiple providers. But while updating the plugins, you cannot write the multiple plugins update on a single file itself. So very, very important question. Again, I'm repeating third time for you. In a single file, you can write the multiple providers blocks in a single file. But in a single file, we cannot use the multiple provider update shell. Okay, that's it. So this is the high level concept about Terraform providers. Okay, so here I'm writing this note point. Note: in single file, we can write multiple Terraform providers code. Okay, is it clear now? But we can't write provider updating code. Is it clear now? Fine. So next concept is going to be Terraform import, sir. Which one? Import. Use it to manage resources from Terraform. Use it to manage the resources from Terraform, which is created manually. Or like simply I can write this. With Terraform import, with this import command, if we create a resource manually, we can manage the resource from Terraform. See, basically, whenever if I create a resource from Terraform, I can create, I can update, I can delete. Correct or not, sir? But here, manually, I created a server. What I have done? Manually, I created a server. But can I track this server from Terraform? By default, Terraform doesn't care about this server. See, oh, it's loading. Wait. Are you seeing the manual server? Sir, I created the server manually before your class. Terraform will not track this server. Why? Because this server got created manually. But I want to track this from Terraform. How do we can do? Means with the help of Terraform import configuration. Which one? Import. So what I'll be doing here, so just write the configuration. First of all, general configuration provider, AWS, and region, US East. Okay. After that here, I'm just writing like this. I'm writing import. What I'm writing? In the import, I'm writing only two things. From, and just give two. From means you are importing which resource? I'm importing the AWS instance. So copy the ID. Copy the ID. After that, two means I want to import the configuration to AWS instance with a block name 1. That means after import, this resource is going to manage with the label called AWS instance with label name 1. I'll show the practical part for you. So once you can do this one, so just to give the command Terraform plan. What is happening here? From is not expected. Why? Because if I go and see here, instead of from, what I need to give here? ID. Correct. So what I'll be doing, so simply I'll go and give ID. So instead of from, just put ID. And but before that, I need to upgrade the provider plugins here. Terraform need to upgrade. I forgot to do this one. Wait. And there is a command called Terraform plan, which you know, but I'm gonna save the configuration file separately. Okay, there is a command called generate config out. See, whenever if you do Terraform plan, what will happen? Sorry. Whenever if I give Terraform plan, I'll get the plan only. But if I want to save the plan, I need to use the command generate -config- out. So if I do this one, I'm gonna get the file called ec.tf. So this indicate whenever you are planning the resource to create, whatever the output you are generating, store the output on ec.tf. Now in this case, I don't need to write the code. Automatically code will come to ec.tf. Let me show you. Wait, reference to specifying the resource name. Oh, wait, here I need to give resource like this. Import is fine. Wait guys, there is a small mistake here. Terraform FMT. Let me go for FMT first. Okay, the import block ID depends upon the resource attribute, cannot determine until apply. Oh, wait. The very small mistake I have done is basically here I need to go and give double quotes for this ID. I think I need to give it. Yep, now it's working. Okay, you will get the error, just ignore the error, it's completely fine. Now if I go and give LL, are you seeing the code called ec2.tf? If I use cat ec2.tf, now automatically this server code is written to the file called ec2.tf. Sir, is the code written or not, sir, automatically? If you can go and see, this file is generated by Terraform. Please review the resource and move into your main configuration file. That means initially you create a server manually. Whenever you create a server manually, Terraform will not track it. But here what I am doing, I am just extracting the code from the manual server through Terraform. Sir, I have written the code or Terraform automatically written the code here? Terraform, by using which command means Terraform and generate config out to file name whatever you want. So after that, simply go and give the command Terraform apply. What I want to give? Terraform apply. What you are getting here? You are getting the issue with the IPv6. So remember, for your EC2 instance, we are not using IPv6. So just you can go and remove the IPv6. So in line number 19 and in line number 20, go to the ec.tf. Why? Because I don't want this IPv6 anymore. So I can remove the line number 19 and 20 here. Are you seeing IPv6 count here? Delete them. Why? Because for our EC2, we never use IPv6. So remove that and just give Terraform apply now. That's it. Now automatically the information will come to state file also. Yep. So if I go in give Terraform state list, automatically it is coming to state file or not, sir? Now even though if I want to delete the resource from Terraform, I can delete. Basically it got created manually, but how I am like managing now through the Terraform. So let me go and destroy this one. If I destroy this one, that means it is completely managing from Terraform. Sir, is it destroying or not, sir? That means it is completely managing from Terraform. Sir, in the same way, now I want to create a like a S3 bucket. What I want to create? Sir, if I create the S3 bucket, can I manage it from Terraform? Yes, of course. Just create a bucket manually and I'll show you how to automate from the Terraform. So click on create manual bucket. I'm going to give the name of manual bucket ABC 9900. And I'm making the versioning enable. I want the versioning to be enabled here. Oh, where is the mouse gone? Just go and give the create bucket. So now how the bucket got created? Manually. But if I want to track from Terraform, what I do, in the main.tf. Oh, sorry, not main.tf. I have given abc.tf. In the abc.tf. Now here, sir, for server, we have the ID. But for bucket, do we have the ID? No. In that case, what I want to give? I want to give the name of the bucket. What I want to give? So simply go and give the name of the bucket. Okay, it is my name of the bucket. Just to go and give it here. And what I am tracking now, AWS S3 bucket. S3 underscore bucket. So if I go and give, I can give the command Terraform plan hyphen generate hyphen config hyphen out is equal to s3.tf. Now automatically the code will be generated into the file called s3.tf. So if I go and give ll, are you seeing s3.tf now? Cat s3.tf. Automatically code is coming or not, sir? Am I writing the code or Terraform is automatically writing the code? Terraform. Now simply go and run Terraform apply. If I run Terraform apply, now automatically the information will come to state file also. Yes. So if I go and see Terraform state list, is my bucket managing from state file or not, sir? And even if I want to delete, what I can do, Terraform destroy. Like this, you can manage any manual resource from Terraform. Unfortunately, if you create anything manually, you can manage from Terraform. Basically, this is one of the freelancing project what I have done recently. Let me tell you a story. Like, basically, I have a student actually, few years ago. Their friend has got a job in DevOps, but unfortunately, he put some fake experience through proxy. While proxy, what the guy said, the proxy guy said I was Terraform expert. Proxy guy. What company will think this new person is gonna have a lot of knowledge in Terraform? They think like that. After that, after hiring him, they have given the package of 9.5 LPA for 2 years only, which was a like very good package. After 2 months, they asked him. His name is Karthik actually. Karthik, you are expert in Terraform now. We are having a infra which is created manually. You please automate from Terraform. He got the task like this. In that case, what this guy want to do, he doesn't know anything. He put already fake experience through proxy only. Now the person who has given proxy said, I am Terraform expert while interview. Now, who need to do the work? The proxy guy or like this Karthik, what to do? Karthik. So Karthik hired one person for the support actually. It took 7 months to migrate the infrastructure for them. How many months? But after spending 7 months also, they haven't got the proper output. Then he called me, he said me like this, brother, I want some support from you. I said that like, no, I won't give support generally. I have my other works to do. I said like this, no, like it's very important for me. Definitely need to help like this. So he said to me. So then I said that, okay, I do, it is a freelancing. So I have talked with some commercial with him. He said, okay. Okay. I asked him initially 20,000 for the task. He has given the laptop for me. We both gone to a cafe and he explained me the process. Like this is the infrastructure what you want to migrate. I asked him, okay, Shallow, just give me your laptop and come tomorrow. What he thought is by tomorrow, I'm going to give a blueprint for him. But unfortunately, after taking the laptop, within 3 hours, the complete infra got migrated. How many hours? I took just only 3 hours to migrate the complete infrastructure, which is created manually from AWS. I migrated to Terraform. But the other guy took 7 months and gave nothing to him. And one of the highlight part is here, what exactly the concept I'm showing you here, same concept I implemented there, nothing new. Same code, same concept. But only thing is, there I'm having 100 servers, almost all. How many? In just I'm showing you one server. Apart from that, there is nothing. For only that simple work, I took 20,000 for that. You might think, sir, work is very easy, but why you took that much of money means, initially I thought it is very big. Of course, the infrastructure is very big actually. Okay. I need to write a script. From the script, I need to automate the infra migration. And after that, again, he came to my home and I explained him everything. So you need to do like this. Whenever if you get a next work, don't depend on me. I'm going to explain you. So I explained him for half an hour, entire concept I explained him. Then next, whenever he want to work, he won't come to me. So he paid the money, his work is done, and he got the knowledge also. So like this, you can do the freelancing works also. Basically, whatever I know, I share it with you. If the Karthik comes to you, can't you do this same work now? You can do the same work or not. Why? Because you know the process, right? When you know the process, everything is gonna be same for both you and me. That's it. You might get, sir, you shown us how to migrate the S3 bucket and EC2. For example, if I want to migrate load balancer, in that case, what I want to do? Let me tell you one small trick. With this trick, everything is gonna be very easy. For example, let's say you want to migrate load balancer. What do you want to migrate? Go to Google and type AWS load balancer code for Terraform. Just type like this. If I go here at the bottom of this page, basically at the top of the page, you find the code. Let me show you. At the top of the page, are you finding the code here? But what is our requirement? We want to migrate. Okay, so if you scroll bottom, in the bottom, are you seeing the code here? Simply copy paste the code there. Simply what you are going to do? Copy paste. No, sir, I want to migrate the auto scaling group. What I want to migrate? So in the filter option, type auto scaling group. Auto scaling group. So are you seeing auto scaling group here? Click on here. If you scroll down, are you seeing the auto scaling group example here? At the bottom of the page. Simply copy paste the auto scaling group and just change the value. That's it. No, sir, for example, I want to migrate the IAM users. What I want to migrate? So click on IAM user. Are you seeing IAM user? How do I copy the code from IAM user to Terraform? Simply copy that one. Just click on import. That's it. Automatically it is coming or not, sir? So there is nothing new, sir. Whatever you are going to migrate in official documentation, the code is already given. Just copy paste the code and change the value. That's it. There is nothing new. Is my concept clear for all of you know? So migrating the resources which you created manually is gonna be very, very easy. But when you know the small trick, just go to official documentation, copy the code and just paste it there and change the values. That's it. Is it clear for all of you know? Online, is the concept of migration clear for all of you? Can you please confirm? Write this 100 times. Huh? No, it will take a lot of time. In that case, you can write a script actually. You can write a script also. If you have some technical knowledge, you can write a script. For that purpose, you need to go to Linux classes. In Linux, trainer is gonna show you how to write the script. Base it upon the script, integrate the script to Terraform. It will be very easy. So whenever, if somebody asks you technical support from Terraform migration, don't leave it. Use the same concept and take the money. It's gonna be very easiest way to do. Okay. Fine. So next year, what is pending? Modules. Okay. Fine. Next, Terraform refresh. So already we know what is Terraform refresh. Let me tell you. See, sir, for example, I am creating a resource. Okay. Let me go to main.tf. I am writing a code here. So guys, see now, I'm just creating a server here from Terraform apply directly. Wait. AWS is already given. Huh? Wait. Let me go and remove all of them. rm-rf, abc.tf, s3.tf, and what are the other files I'm having? Yep. So now just go and get Terraform init. Or apply is also fine. Definitely, Vikram, you can do it. Oh, two servers are creating. Wait, I don't want two. Why it is creating two? I have given this code only. Okay. Got it. Okay. So if I go and see, here in my console, I got a EC2 server. Basically, I created two actually, but it's okay. Or is the server called Lucky server? Okay, currently what is the name of the server? Lucky. If I go to Terraform state list. I'm getting how many servers here? One server. So if I use cat terraform.tf state, what is the name of the server here? Lucky. By default, if I change the name here from Lucky to Raham, from Lucky to, will I get that one? Will I get this or not? It won't get. So if I go and give cat terraform.tf state, still the name is Lucky. But unfortunately, if I use terraform refresh, so the name is going to change from Lucky to Raham server. Go ahead and check now. After refreshing, what is the name here now? Raham server. Okay, the point number one I want to tell for you is, whenever if I created the infrastructure, so listen to the concept. If I create the infrastructure is information is gonna store on state file. Which file? State file. So unfortunately, now what will happen, if any person manually modified the configuration, okay, if any person manually modified the configuration to my server, what will happen? The configuration will change. The configuration will change. But in this case, what will happen, if I run terraform refresh, whatever the changes made by user will come to my state file. For example, I create a server. I given the name as Raham server, but user changed to Lucky server. I don't know he changed the name of the server. In that case, if I do refresh, automatically the new name will come or not, sir? So refresh is gonna be very, very dangerous command. Why? Because if anyone modify the changes, if you do refresh, intentional or unintentional, changes will come to the state file. So in real time, we never ever do refresh. Okay, why? Because if you refresh, what will happen? It is going to compare my current state with desired state. What is current state here? Is nothing but what your server. Desired state means what you write on the configuration file. So whenever you run terraform refresh, my desired state is gonna compare with current state. If it is having any changes in the current state, it is going to take to the state file. That's it. So remember, never ever run terraform refresh command in your real time. If you run terraform refresh command, what will happen? If any changes is there on current state, it is going to overwrite to the desired state. I mean, like your terraform state file. And second thing you need to understand is here. Now, of course, you can use ignore change also. That's completely fine. But if you don't use them, that's what I'm telling now. Sir, in real time, you don't use terraform refresh implicitly. But whenever you run terraform plan, apply and destroy, refresh will perform automatically. See, I'm running a terraform plan now. Whenever you run terraform plan, apply or destroy, first of all, terraform will compare current state with desired state. See, is it refreshing or not, sir? We go and see. Are you performing the refresh is happening now? Terraform plan. Now, if you run terraform apply also, for apply also, it is going to perform the refresh operation. By default, apart from init, for every action, it is going to perform the refresh. Are you seeing refreshing now? Go to the top. Are you seeing the refresh now? Okay, like this. In the same way, whenever I do terraform destroy also, automatically it is going to perform the refresh. If we go to the top, are you seeing the refreshing here? So remember, when you run terraform plan or apply, by default, terraform will compare the current state with the desired state. Okay, so remember. So this is the complete concept what I have given. Okay, terraform refresh. Whatever I said you on the theoretical way, I have given it on the notes format. Okay, fine. Here terraform refresh. When we run terraform plan, apply or destroy, refresh will be performing. It is again one of the interview question as well as certification question also. I got the same question from the exam. Exact same question. Which of the following commands will perform refresh automatically? They have given me 4 commands and asked me to select 3. Init, plan, apply, destroy. So what you are going to select now? Plan, apply, destroy. Correct. See here, notes, change something manually and check it. So disadvantage, sometime it will delete the existing infra. So for example, unfortunately, if you run Terraform refresh sometime, whatever the infra is there, it is going to destroy also sometimes. So it is going to be very, very dangerous command. So in real time, you never ever try to run it separately. Okay. Fine. And the last concept of today's class is going to be modules, sir. Terraform modules. Which one? So modules are nothing but reusable purpose. See, I think all of you know the concept of Ansible playbook, right? In the Ansible playbook, I said the concept of roles. What is a role? Structure of playbooks. Here also modules will be same thing. Okay. Modules are used for usability purpose. It divides the code into folder structure. Okay. A module that has been called by other module is called as child module. Okay. Let me first of all write some modules so we'll be getting the clarity. What I'm going to do is here, I'm going to remove the entire files here. Okay. So I'm going to install a command called tree also. It's a package. mkdir modules. That means modules is a folder. Are you seeing the folder? Now inside that folder, -p stand for parenting. Okay, all of you know parenting. Inside modules, I am creating two modules. One is instance. Second one is S3. So if I give tree now, inside the modules folder, how many subfolders I am having? Instance and S3. So what I'll be doing, inside main modules, okay, instance, I'm gonna write the code called main.tf. Now what I'll be doing, I'm going to put my instance code in that particular folder. Here I already have the code, so nothing to change here. Same thing, just copy pasting it here. So resource, I'm just creating AWS instance. Count, I just give only this one, count one. Okay. So after that, here again in modules, in the S3 module, I'm going to write the code on main.tf. Now put the bucket code on this folder. Control C and Control V. That's it. Now if you go and see tree. First of all, I have a modules folder. How many modules I'm having? Two. Module number one is instance. So this code is on main.tf. Module number two is this code is on main.tf. So what I'll be doing, here in the main folder now I'm writing one more thing called main.tf. So here I write normal configuration provider AWS. Okay. Next region US East 1. After that, now coming to the modules. What is my first module, sir? Instance. Okay, where is my instance code located? I need to give source actually. What I need to give? That means where is the code coming from? In my local folder, I have a subfolder called modules. Inside that modules, I have a folder called instance. So from there my code is coming. That is module number one. So I have one more module also. That is S3. So where is the code coming from? Source. Inside my current folder, I have one more folder called modules, and name of the module will be S3. So now this is the way how exactly you are going to write the modules. Okay. Where? Provide. Okay. Provider I have given. Wait. Tapas is active today. Provider. Okay. So now basically I have a lot of files and folders. I want to use styling for my files. Which command I need to use? Terraform. Here fmt will not work. Fmt will give style for only current folder. But if I have folders and subfolders, I need to give Terraform fmt hyphen recursive. So whenever if I use Terraform recursive, that is going to apply style for all the folders and subfolders files also. By default, Terraform fmt will apply style for our local files. But if you have folders, inside that folder you have subfolder, inside that subfolder you have the files. In that case, you are going to use very, very important interview question. I mean like interview means exam question. Okay. I'm gonna give this one. Yeah, FMT is used for current folder. Terraform FMT recursive. Use it to apply format for files on all folders. Okay. So now go ahead and see. First of all, what I'm doing here, I'm having the main.tf. Cat main.tf. In the main.tf, how many modules I'm having? Two modules. First one is instance module. Second one is it clear now? For the module called instance, where is the source coming from? Inside my current folder, I have the folder called modules. I have the instance. From there, I'm getting the code. For S3 also, inside the folder, I have the modules. Inside the modules, I have. First of all, if you go ahead and see, modules are reusable. It divides the code into folder structure. Correct or not, sir? And here I have two type of modules. One is parent module. Second one is here. This instance and S3 is called as child module. Whatever the folders you are having inside the module, that is called as. And what is parent module? Inside the main.tf, whatever I'm writing here, this is called as parent module. So remember, you have two modules, child module and which module is calling, that is parent module. Which module is called, that is called as child module. Correct. We can publish the modules for that to use. Basically, with the help of this kind of configuration, see what is the best use, in future, if I want to change any configuration in instance, I'll go to instance folder. Now if I want to change any configuration bucket, directly I can go to S3 folder or not, sir? So it makes my work lot of flexible. Okay. So whenever if I want to use module, first of all, I enter the command called terraform init. Wait. I have given modules. Wait, let me change the name. Sorry. I have given a small name here. I have given modules, but need to give module only. Now run terraform init command. Which command? Why? Because it is a new block or not, sir? Module is a. By default, where your provider plugins are going to store in which folder? .terraform. The modules plugins are going to store on .terraform.modules. Let me show you. ll.terraform. Are you seeing the modules here? In this folder only, your modules plugins are going to store. Are you seeing the modules plugin here? Very, very important question for exam. So in interview, they are going to give a trick for all of you. Trick is going to be like this. A user write a configuration file on modules. When he run the terraform init command, what is the default path that modules are going to store? By default, what plugins means it is going to store on .terraform folder only. But modules plugins are going to store on .terraform /modules. Which one? If you want me to show, see here. Inside .terraform, I have /modules. Here only my modules provider plugins are going to store. Let me write. Path for modules. From these modules, let me create the infra. I'm going to give terraform apply. Auto approve. Okay, I have a small issue with key pair. Let me verify that one. Go to modules, instance, main.tf. Basically here I don't have this key pair, so I'm removing the key pair. Now it's completely fine. Sir, automatically my infra is creating or not, sir? That means you can create infra from normal configuration file and from the modules, but the best practice in real time is going to be using modules. Why? Because modules are shareable. Which one? That means here what I am trying to tell you is we can publish the module for other. For example, in class I am teaching you modules, but in your company they are given an assignment for you. In that case, I can publish the modules for you. You can copy the module and you can use this. Same module, if I upload on GitHub, you can take the module and you can reuse the same modules. That is what we can call as publishing. Which one? We can publish the modules for others, and to use the modules, that others have. That means I can publish my own modules and I can use the other people modules also. These modules are free to use and Terraform can download them automatically if you specify the appropriate source and version. So that means here I have written my modules very clearly, so my infra got created. In future, my company gave me a requirement. I want to create a auto scaling group. Do you know how to create a auto scaling group here? Do you know how to write the code? Now what I can do, if I go to Google and type Terraform, AWS auto scaling group module for Terraform. Type like this. Officially, Terraform will give the same module for you. If you go and see what I'm going to do is here, are you seeing the module here? Now simply what you're going to do is simply copy the module. Don't do anything. Simply copy the module. Okay. Go here. Okay. And create a new file called asd.tf. Now go here and give the command called Terraform init. Why? Because this module is coming from HashiCorp. So whenever if you are writing a new module, you need to write the Terraform init. After writing Terraform init, if you go and see auto scaling group modules are downloading or not, sir? So now what I can do, Terraform apply. So now if I write Terraform apply, see what will happen. Here if you can go and see in the LL, are you seeing the asd.tf? Cat asd.tf. So it is the module actually. So what I'll be doing now is here I need to give the argument name. Wait, I need to give this one for you. This I need to write basically. Wait, sorry, I forgot to tell you. What I'll be doing, in the main.tf, in the asd.tf. Here I need to put the second code here. Basically, after copying the module, see, after copying the module from here, you need to copy paste the same exact code. After doing this one, what I can do now here, if I go to the page, just give Terraform apply now. Now automatically, even though if you don't know how to write the code, Terraform will do and run Terraform init actually. Why? Because I have given new code, right? So Terraform init for new module. Just give Terraform plan or apply. Now if I go and see, it's automatic. Wait, missing configuration required ASG line 1 module auto scaling. It's not defined. Here I have given it. Okay, wait. Basically, I have done a mistake. Wait. I need to create the module called auto scaling group actually. That means in the modules folder, I need to create ASC like this. Let me show you. In the mkdir, inside the modules folder, I need to create ASG. So inside this, I need to go and put the code here inside modules, inside ASG, and I need to put main.tf. So if I go and write the code, automatically the code will come. Now, one of the best feature about these modules, first of all, even though if you don't know how to write the code, from the modules, code will come automatically. That means you don't need to write the code. Second thing is, from the GitHub also, a lot of modules are going to available. If you go and see, the same module is available on GitHub. If I click on this link, are you seeing the module on GitHub here? Now automatically if you want to modify anything, you can modify and you can reuse that one. So this is the concept of module. Simply module is for reusability. With the help of modules, we can use anybody code from the internet and we can publish the code for anybody usage. Okay, that's it. Again, there are a lot of sources from the module which we are going to see on tomorrow's session. Currently we discuss the local modules as well as HashiCorp modules. In tomorrow's session, I'm going to show you GitHub module actually. So that's enough for today's class. In today's session, what are the concepts we have discussed, sir? First of all, we started with providers. Which one? Providers. I shown you how to work with different providers. After providers, we have seen the concept of version constraints. What we have seen? After version constant, we have seen the concept of Terraform import. And after import, we have seen Terraform refresh, and finally we have seen the concept of Terraform modules. So that's it. So now before going for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the class for all of you today? Class clear for all of you? Online, what about you guys? How's the class for all of you today? Can you please confirm me? So it was clear from Venkatesh and Akshay. And what about remaining? Vikram, clear, fine. Okay, great. So guys, I'm telling you Terraform, I'm gonna cover very deeply for all of you. There is a lot of concept which is not a part of your syllabus. But why the reason I'm covering is initially I made a promise for you. So I'm gonna cover lot of topics which is not a part of your Terraform. Why? Because if you learn the Terraform single tool, okay, what is going to happen, in interview, if you tell them you have good knowledge on Terraform, chances of going to get hired is gonna be very much. Okay, that is the reason I'm covering a lot of depth concept from the Terraform point of view. So online, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can raise your hand. I'll give the admit option for you if you are having any queries. What do you mean by resource dependency? Sridhar, what is service now? Basically, it's a tool actually. I'm like, let me tell you, it's no, apart from tool, you need to understand something. Service now. We have two options here. Let me tell you. So service now will have two things. One is tool actually, which is for tickets. Second thing in service now we have a cloud also. If you go and see, first of all, Terraform, Terraform, what? Service now tool is used for to set up and define, manage, automate your structure IT service of your company. Okay. So we have two things. One is Terraform. I'm getting Terraform by the way. Service now as a tool we have for ticketing, as well as we have the cloud platform also. Okay. So it depends upon like what you are going to use, like Sridhar. Hope it is clear for you. So online still any queries you are having, you can ask me now. Okay, then fine. Seems that's enough for today. So let's meet on tomorrow's session with some new topic. Have a great day. Well, thank you. Thank you, online.